what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time to get ready for round 9 of the 2019-20 Exhibition Series of the Manufacturer Series on Gran Turismo Sport. Now we're racing at Mount Panorama Motor Racing Circuit for 10 laps, and we are going Group 4 category for today. Now let's get started, and this might have the tire rating. We'll be going in to have the racing medium or soft tires. It's going to be quite well chosen to be required. So before enjoying watching the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out some more videos if you like. Feel free to enjoy anytime you want for the entertainment. Now it's time to get ready to start the race, and let's begin. Here we go, folks. This is going to be quite good to take 10 laps around the Mount Panorama. This race is about to begin right now. Here we go, folks. It's round 9 of the 2019-20 Exhibition Series of the Manufacturer Series Season 3, and we are going in to get started for the drivers. RGF X100 takes the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport with his livery. Second place is Epic Animal in the Lexus RCF Group 4. Third place is the Sakura Shark in the Hyundai Genesis Group 4. ATK Muff I in the Dodge Viper Group 4 in 4th place. Ayak Guy takes 5th place in the Petronas Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG Group 4. Damon and Putin takes 6th place with his Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution Final Edition Group 4. 7th place is Posty 420 in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Plus Sport. 8th place is Vocaltron in the Aston Martin V8 Vantage Group 4. 9th place is TTB_Kebog in the Jaguar F-Type. 10th place is myself in the Chevy Corvette C7 Group 4 in Sportec livery. 11th place is Edibo Combo in the Toyota 86 Group 4. 12th place is Kamel Ryder in the Audi TT Cup. 13th place is Nibel 45 in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sports. 14th place is Rusty Moto in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sports. DevFox 9 takes 15th place in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sports. Nitro Miatic in the Jaguar F-Type in 16th place. Big Country 0369 takes 17th place in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sports. Chris 443 takes 18th place in the Porsche MCFC6 in the Subaru WRX Group 4 in 19th place. And GG Reed A01 in last place in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sports. It's going on to take the rolling start to commence for having a one excited 10-lap challenge. This is all about taking the strategy to keep it well endure. In a matter of a few seconds, the jets will be soaring in right onto the straight line towards the starting lane, because this is going to be quite perfect to be on a different condition. So here we go. Timer starts now, and we are going in to have a green light, and we're underway. Taking on the first corner is going to be taking the 90-degree angle. It is going to be quite taking in, because this is going to be quite taking the smooth, clean turn to take the effect. But this might take some few slipstreams before going in onto the uphill section of the track to be approaching in towards the second corner. Vocaltron is about to be catching up in 9th place, followed by TTB, Kevo, and Posse 420. And this is going to be quite hitting the brakes to brace ourselves. Now, looks like this is going to be quite good to see how it goes, and looks like this is going to be quite going in on the uphill section. It's going to be climbing up on it. Now, looks like this is going to be quite good to see TTB_Kevo PG is going on to catch up to be on the top position. Now, this is going to be quite good to see on the far distance whenever I see the icon faces of Rick and Morty. I mean, this is going to be quite cool, and this is going to be quite very excited to do it. Now, looks like Kamen Rider 5.0 is definitely might be taking the understeering with his Audi TT Cup. And here comes the downhill, folks. Just gonna have to take it nice and slow, and this is gonna be taking a good steep effort to try to keep it smooth. Now it's gonna be quite very brilliant at taking a good clean race like having a daily race, but this is gonna be going on for having a competition is gonna be quite coming in for. Looks like Sparks scratches up on the barrier, just gonna have to keep it, watch the paint. Now it's going to be quite good to see how the formation lineup to be on the long chase is going to be quite getting in. But this is going to be going on to the hard part of the corner of the track. Just going to have to keep it nice and smooth before pulling the brakes. And oh, looks like this is going to be quite seen here for Posse 420 just barely off the track, and now he's going to be dropping down onto a different position. Now this is going to be getting in onto the final turn to be on the 90-degree angle on the lap, and this wheel might takes in for the end of the first lap. Now entering to the second lap, just going to have to keep it well monitored check because 5 laps for only 2 waves is going to be quite getting started out to begin. Just going to have to keep it reminded, this race always goes faster whenever it takes to be on a good competition, that this wheel might take a lot of good slipstream to be in a good position. Timon and Putin is slowing down by the penalty line, is going to be decelerate, and now he's back on the run, and this wheel might getting closer in when I'm in 9th place. This is going to be quite getting the chance to be on the inside, and oh man, looks like this is going to be getting a little bit harder it gets. TTV underscore Kevo PG is definitely might be taking the single second on the penalty to be marked on the red. Just going to keep it well monitored check on it because this is going to be quite very tough. Oh man, looks like Timon and Putin just barely slammed me by a mistaken attack. That might be cost for only 5 seconds on the penalty. Now this is going to be quite taking the hill climb to be very much difficult. Just going to have to keep it reminded, folks, try not to hit each other when we're racing on Mount Panorama, because it's same thing like daily race all over again, because the challenges will be made, so we just definitely might be know all the techniques. We have to keep it nice and steady. Now going steeper in onto the downhill section of the half of the track, but this is going to be quite getting a few times for having penalty drivers will be going on to the second line, will be forced to decelerate. Down might be given a little bit spare time, but this wheel might take plenty of several overtakes for only for one. Timon and Putin is about to slow down for 5 seconds, and now this is going to be giving the one clear pass on the opening, and this wheel might brings me back in onto 9th place. But it's going to be quite good to having a one good chance for each challenging drivers who knows about the track. Is going to be quite very challenging basic work. Getting closer to TTB underscore Kevo PG is definitely might be going on to take the final corner, and looks like this is going to be quite good to see on the rear of the Jaguar F-Type, but this is going to be quite good to be seen on some 2 characters from Adult Swim's Rick and Morty. Now that is going to be quite good to have a Rick and Morty fan to be in this track race, folks, and that's the way the news goes. But this is going to be quite good for a catchphrase by Rick Sanchez, but just going to have to go on for having a main focus to do the competition. Just going to have to keep it going to have a one best part. Now on to the top 3. Now this is going to be quite good to see how RGF X100 is taking the lead. Epic the Animal is going in 2nd place, and this is going to be quite good to see how the 3rd place driver ATK Mup I is definitely might be going on for having a long chase, but he's going in to overtake Epic the Animal in 2nd place. This is going to be quite good to see how this wheel might be going on to take the approaching in onto the top of the hill before we're going to have to take the downhill. It's going to have to keep it nice and smooth. But this is going to be quite taking a few precision, just going to have to learn the strategies to keep it maintained. So meanwhile, just going to have to take that downhill of the turn, just going to try to get closer to TTB_KevilPG, it's going to be quite good to see how the UDRS Insport Tech is about to catch up to a Rick and Morty fan. Is definitely might be quite getting in to see it. But this is going to be quite good for having a slipstream, for having an attractive moment to take the action to be getting close. But only for having a few distance for only 0.7 seconds. This wheel might be taking a few times to see it whenever I'm about to hit the brakes to give it the best upper hand to do the advantage. TTB_KevilPG just barely performs that clean turn. This is going to be given his lucky chance to try to stay defended, but this is going to be quite taking the challenging time for UDRS Insport Tech in the Corvette C7. Is about to get challenging up to catch up to a Jaguar F-Type. But this is going to be taking a long slipstream chase to see it, but the long battle of 8th place is about to be going underway. The fastest lap has definitely might be well performed by Epic the Animal for taking the 2 minutes and 14.27 seconds. He did a pretty good job for taking a good Epic fastest lap whenever he has to do the most. Taking concentration is going to be giving a good perfection to have a one good racing position. Now, looks like this is going to be quite good to see how Epic the Animal is finally made it in first place in the lead. Our GFX 100 is in second place. This is going to be quite good chance for ATK Mup I is about to be getting closer to take one upper hand leading advantage whenever he's going to have to take the chance. But this is going to be quite taking the few upper hand for many drivers who could probably take a lot of good expert skills to be on the track. But taking good perfection on the top of the hill to do the inside turn before taking on for having a downhill slope is going to be quite taking it. Oh man, it looks like TTB_KevilPG just barely got off the track and now he recovers it. This is going to be keeping in to have a one steady effect to stay on it, and this is going to be giving the better view to getting on, and this is going to be taking a lot of view slipping in to staying slope onto the hills. Now that is going to be quite good to see it. Just going to have to take a little bit more acceleration. We'll be raised up the speed to catch up to TTB_KevilPG. I'm about to getting on to reach towards 8th place whenever I'm about to take the chance. Just going to have to keep it well, maintain the pace. This is going to be giving a good, well passive strategy to keep it well performed. But this is going to be quite getting close. Now it looks like Epic the Animal is going into the pits to change up the tires. But this is going to be quite good to see how TTB_KevilPG is about to be going in as well. The Sakura Shark is now going in the pits, but this will my goals with the Racing Medium compound tires will be switched up to be giving a better duration to be well endured. Now looks like this is going to be quite good for the first 10 minutes to be reached up. Now it's going to be quite good for having a 9-minute lap time. We might be keep it well better to keep up the time limits. It's going to be getting closer. Only 5 more to go. This race is going to get better as the usual to be seen it. Now it's going to be quite good to have 8th place to be keep going forwards. Now I'm about to catch up onto Camo Rider 50 is about to be getting on to take the FR, will take on the FF Group 4 car. This is going to be quite good to take the challenge. It is going to be quite getting a little bit few upper hand to see it. Taking a lot inside turn is going to be quite keeping in before getting nearly closer. Taking some few scratches, just going to have to keep it well careful to avoid getting caught in the penalty. Now this is going to be quite giving the few trick. Understeer Group 4 car could probably take the upper advantage. It's going to be quite giving in while the FR car will do second. This is going to be getting a little bit steeper turns to make that downhill on the corner. Only taking a few slipstreams to be left to go. Just gonna have to keep it up for having a one single overtake. And looks like I just barely made the inside. Now that is gonna be quite very impressive. Just gonna keep calm and wait for the opening window, but this is gonna be quite good to have a 7th place position wheel might be getting in. But that was gonna be quite very impressive that this wheel might be taking a lot of few racing chance that this is gonna be quite doing good. Now it's gonna be getting in onto the 6th lap, but this is gonna be quite good to see how RGFX 100 is about to be getting back onto the lead. ATK Mup I is in 2nd place. Now this is going to be quite very good to have him to take the silver trophy to be well earned. But I hope Epic the Animal is about to trying to find out to come for a different plan to make him to be back onto the lead. But he's going to have to figure out something else that he has to do whenever he's going to have to take the chance. But taking a long challenge for a top 3 battle is about to get going for a conclusion. Now this is going to be giving him one good pass for AI guy is definitely might be going in. Mercedes-Benz is coming out from the pits while the Chevy Corvette is about to be continuing on before this is going to be a one tough challenger for having 2 supercars is about to be rushing out to have a best ways for having a good Group 4 race to get everything going. But this is going to be getting a little bit steeper on the risk, but looks like Nibel 45 is coming in when the Insport Tech is having a little bit more handling difficulties to check the tires. It's going to be quite getting situated. But this wheel might be having the best time to go to the pits to be needed as possible. That's going to be keep it well monitored check for having a pit tire strategy for giving a lot of better tips to be needed. But the front right tires is about to get lower very soon. But this is going to be given the best suitable ways to have a 5 lap, 1 pit stop time for use. But only 3.7 seconds behind, Posse 420 is about to be getting closer in whenever he's going to have to take the chance to be on the overtake before I'm about to proceed to the pits. But this is going to be quite very impressive to see how every racer who's really going to have to do it. But this will be my time to enter the pit stop as well. But this is going to be getting a lot of proper ways to try to keep it well passive up on it. Now, it's going to be quite good to have a 1 pit stop time to be getting in for use. This one might have to take a little bit less amount of liters of fuel whenever I have to do it. Just going to have to do it quick, and this will be all set and good to go for now. Now, unfortunately, ignoring the track limit by having a little excuse that this wheel might be needed for having a little lesson learned. But it's pretty difficult, but always going to have to try to keep it well steady. But just gonna need to keep it well monitored checked. Now good as new for having a new racing soft tires, and now this is going to be getting in to drop down back onto 10th place where it all started. But this is definitely might be having the best ways to keep it in for. But now the chases continues between me and TTV_KevilPG. It's going to be going in to take on for having a 1 rematch moment. Just going to have to stay steady up on the inside before going to have to take a little slope on the downhill. TTV_KevilPG just barely trying to hold on to himself, but this is going to be giving my time to decelerate onto the next penalty line. But this is going to be quite getting in to take 1 good spare slipstream wheel might be taking in, but Posse 420 will take the chance. Turning up the hazard lights will be going on, and this wheel might re-accelerate. And looks like this is going to be quite good to see how Posse 420 is doing the same thing before I'm about to step in onto the penalty line to slow down. Now it's going to be quite comically close, but this is going to be quite getting the few running skills to be quite going often. In Sport Tech, really going to have to take plenty good efforts whenever I have to do it. Now it looks like Nibel 45 is going into the pits, and this is going to be quite getting the best time to stay on to the racing soft tires before he's about to going in onto the racing medium tires. But this might give a good well switch to be getting in. It looks like TTB_Kevel PG is about to catch up onto Nibel 45's current position. But now it's going to be quite good to see how Epic the Animal is going back onto the lead. Looks like he's pretty good to keep it up. He'll be in first place in no time. But this is going to be quite taking the view leading upper hand advantage. It's going to be taking a little bit steeper going down onto the hill, but it's going to be quite closer for ATK Mup I. Is going to be getting in. Very closer to take that struggle, but it's going to be quite good to see it. RGF X100 is definitely might be trying to keep it maintain his current position. He might take the chance to increase his driver rating until when he's reached up towards the finish line. But that's going to be quite doing the passive skills to be quite getting well performed. But this is going to be quite getting in to take the steeping downhill to be keeping in to do several inside turns. Might be keeping in for only one driver who might be taking a lot of talented skill. Only 2 more to go. Looks like the top 3 drivers are still battling out to take home the gold. It is going to be still going on the way for one conclusion. This is going to be taking the time limit. Might be keep it well checked. 18 minutes since the start of the race, but it will be having a 2-minute time limit. Is going to be quite keep it in for having a one good total time amount whenever it takes. Just going to keep it up and catching up onto TTB_Kevel PG. Is definitely might be trying to take that last turn, and this might be going in to proceed. It looks like Camel Rider 50 is now in the pits. This is going to be quite giving the best time for having the racing medium tires to be well switched up before he's about to go back onto the track. But this is going to be giving his quick time to be in the pit stop. But 9th place is about to be going right on to be dropped down on to 11th place for him. But looks like Big Country 0369 is about to be continuing up to catch up onto Post D420's current position before I'm about to catch up onto TB_Kevel PG. It's going to be quite getting on for having a few distance to be on a struggle. Looks like this is going to be quite going in to take the 9th lap. We're almost there to reach the final lap. This race is about to get very extraordinary. That this might take a 20-minute race time. Might be getting on. Getting on for taking a good inside turns to be on the top hill. Just going to keep it steady up until UDRS in Sport Tech will take the chance. Slope it down, and this is going to be quite taking some few gap distance will decrease shortly. There you go. Looks like this is going to get everything going on to do some few inside turns. We'll keep it steady. And oh, looks like TTB_Kevel PG just barely lost the handling grip on that turn. Now it's going to be quite getting dropped down for a different position to be dropped up, and this is going to be in 11th place. Post D420 is about to be coming in onto my nearly position. Better get ready to keep it well defended, but he knows that he's about to take that same strategy I just performed, and looks like he barely made it in onto the inside before taking on that corner. But that's going to be a lot of effort to see how Porsche can do it. But Chevy Corvette is about to get back in to be on the top notch for having a one good, fastest skilled driver for this round. And here we go. The final lap is about to begin. Now, this is going to be quite good to see how RGF X100, Epic the Animal, and ATK Mup I is about to be going on to take one last battle is about to begin. Taking on that upper hill turn to be quite getting in. But this is going to be quite good to see how the top three drivers are still going on to take one heated pace battle. Will might be going on to see it. But this is going to be quite good to see how ATI Mup I is about to take his first place to be on the winning spot. Epic the Animal is about to figure it out soon because he's going to be running out a few corners soon. RGF X100 will do the same, but this is going to be taking a lot of good focus to have the best top three drivers might be getting in to take home the goal. But looks like this is going to be taking a downhill on the final slope, but this is going to be quite very good lucky for them. The top three drivers are still takes the stand, and this is going to be quite very excited. But now it's going to be quite going in to take one good final stand for Chevy Corvette. Will might catch up onto Posse 420, but this is going to have to be on to the final hill side of the slope to be going down. Very good technique, and this is going to be taking some few inside turns to go in. It looks like, oh, the Sakura Shark is about to be stepping in onto third place. This is going to be quite good to see how Epic the Animal is dropping down onto fourth place. Now, looks like this is going to be quite good to take that final stretch for ATK Mup I. This is going to be quite good, folks. ATK Mup I has finally taken first place of the 9th round of the 2019-20 Exhibition Series of the Manufacturer Series. He has finally made it, folks. ATK Mup I has won the race. Now that is going to be quite very awesome to see for having this one challenging moment, folks. RGF X100 takes second place, and he did pretty good. The Sakura Shark has taken in for having a third place finish. Now it's going to be quite good for every driver who can probably take on Mount Panorama since the daily race. The banners have been raised up for having everybody in the pits to have one driver to celebrate for his win. But this is going to be quite very good to see how the Dodge Viper is taking the gold trophy to be in the win. Is going to be quite very impressive. Now the Porsche Cayman is taking second place, but the Hyundai Genesis is definitely might be going on to have a third place for the finish. But it was a very good excited race for having a result, but due to the difficulty turns on the pit entry, but just gonna have to take it a little bit polite, folks. Just gonna have to take a better passive ways for the next season. Now it's gonna be quite good for the fastest driver for Chevrolet for this round, folks. Hope everybody is pretty good job for having the best time to be in this race. But literally, it was very challenging to try to do whatever it takes. Now this is gonna be quite good to see how ATK Mup I has finally made it in first place for his Dodge Viper Group 4. So I will congratulate him because this is going to be quite good to have a first place to be in the victory. RGF X100 is pretty good to take the second place for having his Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport 2016. Will might be taking on for having a mid-engine oversteer, but it was probably that this is going to be quite very challenging ways to see how each racer who can probably really willing to take. But it was pretty good, but it was quite closing in to gain 8 seconds is going to be quite taking the few efforts will might be taking the chance to do it. But we did pretty good, folks. It was a lot of challenging efforts to have a good racing strategy to be on the Mount Panorama. We might be taking the uphill corner skill, and the downhill sloping skill is going to be quite taking a lot of riskful strategy to keep it well avoided. But it was pretty good. But it's going to be quite very challenging for the Group 4 racing category. We'll always do the best. The final round in the third season of the 2019-20 Exhibition Series of the Manufacturer Series is going to be at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca for a Group 3 category. Just like Group 4 did for the last season, but this is the best excited moment for all of us that we are about to get prepared. Alright folks, Glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. Library blog videos are available to watch anytime you want. This will be the entertainment showcase about different cars with libraries I have been made. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for continuing on in the manufacturer series on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay clean.